What's going on, Ape Nation? This is Dave's Daily Trades, where I bring you daily AMC technical analysis, price predictions, and of course, the latest and greatest news. If you would all be so kind enough and hit that like and subscribe button, I would be greatly appreciative. All right, guys, into today's charts. So, if you guys are still holding, still being absolute apes out there in the wild, drop some diamond hands and drop some gorillas in the comment section below. Anyways, guys, definitely not the worst day. I'll say that for sure. But it looks like we found a very, very decent support line here on the 1 minute chart. We're also going to go through the parabolic arc that's really been floating around the internet. And then, of course, the dark pool data and the short interest data as well. So definitely a few interesting things that I'll be discussing today. So make sure you stay until the end. All right, guys. So, of course, we did have that strong push up in the morning, which led us to just about $41.75. But it does look like from yesterday, we did get rejected at this level twice. So after hitting that line, not breaking out, we decided to crawl back down into the high 30s. But really, I'm going to bring attention to $37.15, which literally we tested 3 times throughout today and all respected perfectly. So that was really, really good to see. Other than that, guys, really not much to talk about on the 1 minute chart. We'll definitely take a look at the 1 hour and 1 day just to see some new things forming and really what this could mean for AMC if my Webull ever loads. All right, so guys, this is the 1 hour. So really that $40 range has been something that we are bouncing off now. We did break out for a few hours over here, and this was just a few days ago, earlier this week, and now trading just below. But overall, guys, I know today was still a red day, but all in all, relatively flat. That's totally, totally fine, guys. These moves are not going to be crazy at these levels. Excuse me. And we're really just testing out the waters. And still, guys, I mean, we started off at a couple months ago, we were at $5. So seeing that we're trading comfortably at $37 and around 40 is super good news. And that's why I'm continuing to be unbelievably bullish for AMC. It doesn't matter when this is going to take off. It's a matter of a waiting game right now. And if you guys haven't watched my video from yesterday, that's where we go into depth about the psychological warfare that's going on. So definitely check that out. It'll also be linked at the end of this video. Anyways, guys, on the 1 day. So, of course, really similar to what's going on. We are holding $32 very strong, so I love to see that. And this was an area of resistance before we broke out and hit $72. So I love to see that hold right there. But coming down here to the MacD, we have on this channel been talking about this MacD crossover, which looks like it's going to be huge. Of course, guys, it's starting to flatten out. And once we get some green buying pressure and more FOMO kicking in, this is when things are going to get super, super interesting, guys. Of course, RSI, we talked about this yesterday, did get rejected right around that 50 range, which is totally fine. It usually takes us a few times to break back into that area. So, of course, Friday is usually a low volume day where a lot of people take profits, hit the beach, do whatever they need to do on that day, and they're really not on their phones trading. So, all in all, guys, I wouldn't expect a huge day tomorrow, but next week is really when I think we're going to start to see the MacD crossover and RSI head back up into that 50 range. In my personal rule of thumb, guys, anything above 50 in the RSI is bullish and entering that bullish territory. And that's why I really think next week is going to be a big week for us. And then, of course, anything under 50 is bearish, and I expect things to move down, which we have been seeing the past 2 days. So that's totally fine. Anyways, guys, really the big thing circling around for AMC right now is the Parabolic Arc formation, which is right here. So, of course, it really has a intense run up, has a big drop down to the 62% retracement level, and then starts the climb back up. So guys, we're going to keep on flip-flopping between this screen and the current chart. I mean, here, I'll zoom out a little bit so it looks a little bit better. Oops, sorry about that one. But look at this. Look at the picture. Here, parabolic arc. Boom, bang, boom. Now look here. Guys, we had this crazy run up. We had this arc down. And now it looks like we're right over here where we have this consolidation area and a lot of up and down movements. So, of course, this is right before that move up. And guys, this looks really good too, because looking at the technicals, having this MacD cross over at this point, having RSI very close to 50, and OBV staying relatively flat, I think this is our next big move here. And I don't think it's going to happen, of course, on Friday, but I think this is going to start to form early next week. So I think Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to see some bigger price action to the upside, hopefully getting back into that at least $45, $50 range. And then the following week, right in August, that's where I think things are going to get absolutely insane, because it is going to take a little bit for this to play out. So guys, this is super, super interesting. Also, there are some articles online too, if you want to read through that. Just goes in depth about why these patterns happen. That's something that I found very interesting. Anyways, guys, I did want to take a look at some of the data on Stonko Tracker. So, of course, nothing crazy going on here. 25,000 calls expiring in the money for this Friday. And of course, at $38, another 4,000. That's actually kind of low for what we've seen. But I also really like to see this because I know that, of course, manipulation is going on with AMC and GME. We were going absolutely crazy with the out the money calls, going for very risky bets because we thought AMC was going to go to the moon immediately. Of course, it's not that simple, and there's a lot more to it. So hedge funds, when they see all of this option data going on, they're going to collect the premium, keep the stock either flat or drop it so that they collect that premium and some, and that's how they continue to stay afloat during this time, guys. So definitely be careful with your options. But guys, just jumping down here, this fee rate, I noticed this is really, really low. For the past couple of weeks, it's been around like 1 to 3%. But now it's dropping to literally 0.6%. And of course, guys, I almost ignore the available shares. Of course, when they have a lot, we're talking millions of available shares. Yeah, of course, they have more pressure to drive the stock down. But of course, they've been cycling in and out of, available shares for, I don't even know how they do it at this point. But they're able to do it. And that's really a story for a different day. So this really isn't so important here. Of course, out the money calls for this Friday, actually pretty big, 300,000 out the money calls expiring this Friday. Definitely a little bit more than next couple of weeks right now. But guys, I mean, we've seen much more than this, so that's okay. But really the big thing, guys, is A, this short percentage, and B, the dark pool percentage. So, of course, this is 1 day behind. So, of course, just keep that in the back of your head while we go through this. But guys, dark pool data is literally for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. 7 days, it has been above 60 or around 65% and above, which is absolutely insane. That is madness, guys. So, of course, what happened in the past 7 trading days? We'll jump back at the chart if we want to check. Look at this. Lots and lots of shorting. So you're telling me that the stock drops from $60 all the way down to $32, and the dark pool percentage of trades is literally just about 65%, guys. Even going down here, this is absolutely madness. And then look at the short percentage. Over 50% for 1, 2, 3 days of the last 4 days. Over 50% short percentage. It's absolutely ridiculous. But guys, it is what it is. This really, to me, just shows desperation of the hedge funds. And it shows that they're really battling a losing game right now, and they're throwing everything they got at it. You know what that means, guys? It means the war is coming to an end. Of course, we're not throwing around dates because that's not what we do here. But guys, they're struggling, and their time is coming to an end. And you know what happens at that point? we're going to make out like freaking bandits. All right, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Be sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe for more content and tune in for the next one. Peace.